What's up everybody, happy Wednesday. As you maybe know, I'm trying to make all kind of content on this channel for the bear market, for investing, learning, building, but also entertaining, of course, because sometimes we just want to get entertained because these times are not always that fun, right? So we have the portfolio challenge going on, and that means you can win a complete crypto portfolio. You already know that, right? If you don't know about that, you can check out this playlist on my channel right here. Every video related to that challenge is in here. But I got another challenge, which I started on my other channel, but I'm going to move it here. So that challenge will also be a separate playlist. That challenge is putting in $170 in the bear market, trading it together with you guys to make $1,000 out of it. And if we have $1,000, we can try to make $10,000 out of it. So that's basically what I'm going to do right here. It's also just because by investing right now in the crypto market, you do not make money in the short term, right? If you invest now, you can put a whole lot of money into Bitcoin, good altcoins, and you will definitely make money when the next bull run comes. The thing is that most people want to make some money now as well. So let's make some money now as well, right? That's what I'm doing right here. This is my Fairdesk account. And I like it. It's very good. It has a very good overview of using it. You get some cool bonuses if you use it. So if you want to use it, links in the description of the video. And what I'm basically doing right here is I'm longing, I'm shorting the market, whatever, right? And I started with $170 as you saw, but now I will make more dedicated videos about it. So my current balance is $293, right? So I'm doing pretty well, right? So if you started with $170 and you now have this, you have $120 for free. That's almost double my money already, and I wasn't actively trading that much. So we can definitely make some good money here. So let's just do that. Sign up if you want. You get a little extra bonus. Like if you deposit 100, or I don't know, if you deposit $1,000, something like that, you get $50 extra. Well, basically 5% extra, and you get a cool VIP level that gives you more access. So let's take a look at some coins that we can actually long or short, and also how to do that. So how to long, how to short. So kind of, the basics, like how do we read charts, right? And I of course, I'm not the best. I'm not the best at it. There are super professional traders in the world. I'm not one of them. But to margin trade, you basically only have to understand the basics. And for the rest, it's all about your emotions and your mindset is what I noticed. So let me take a good example. I just saw, for example, Chainlink completely going on a rampage right here, right? So what I see right now is that if we zoom out, what do you already notice about Chainlink? Well, what I notice about Chainlink is that if you put it on the hour, you see it very clearly, that it's facing some resistance right now, right? We had resistance here, we had support here, we had resistance here, we had a lot of resistance here, and now it's here again. I just first want to wait to check out how it plays out, because sometimes the best trade is no trade, because you can say that it broke resistance, came down, and that the resistance is now support. In that case, you want to put a long on it, right? But in case it was just, a quick fake out, comes back down and really test it, then it's still resistance. And then there is a big chance of it coming down, right? And where does it come down to? Well, this is the trend that it's following since, almost a week ago. It's going up here, up here, up here. 3 times this trend, right? So this is definitely a trend. So if it comes down, I can see Chainlink coming down to, depending on when it happens, to $7.70. So I want to see, just like, is this actually support or resistance? Sometimes it's really hard to tell the difference. In this case, for me, I feel like, first have to wait before we make conclusions. As soon as that's clear, this is a pretty easy trade, I don't want to sound arrogant like, oh, easy, but it seems like a pretty obvious trade to me, right? So we want to wait a little bit. So I'm not doing anything with Chainlink right now, but this looks like it's a pretty good trade. Let's just take a couple of examples. So on Fairdesk, you can do the same thing. You can make the same charts, right? How do you decide which coin you can best trade? Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Every coin goes up and down, so you can all trade it, right? The more volume it has, the more it moves, of course. But therefore, you like every coin here is basically a pretty big coin. We all know all these coins, basically, right? So let's say we want to trade. What you want to like DOT. Let's take a look at DOT. And the first thing you basically want to do is, if you want to margin trade, you know, you can set it on the daily, but if you look at the daily, yeah, not a lot happens and you won't make a lot of trades, right? You, by the way, click here, this blue arrow, and then this pops up, and then you can draw your lines. So if we look at DOT, for example, well, this is kind of what I see happening with DOT on the daily, right? DOT could go up here. It will be around, yeah, dot could go around here, and this is where you want to check out what happens, right? Trading is mostly, it's like hunting, right? If you are a trader, you wait, you look, you check out your target, right? But you don't want to be too soon, because if you miss, then it's over, right? So you want to wait for the right moment, and when you think, yeah, this is the perfect time, then blah! That's what you basically want to do with trading. All right, so in this case, if I would put DOT on the daily, it means that, you know, every candle here is 1 day, so it could take a while. So this is a trade you want to do for a couple of weeks, for example. But if you want to do some quick trades for, you know, today, if you want to make some quick money today, then you want to put it on the lower time frame. So that's basically what I'm going to show you. But firstly, to show you this on the daily, anyway, you know, for DOT in this case, you can sometimes you just have to visualize, like, okay, what does a chart looks like, right? What patterns do I see right here? So in this case, feel like, hey, look, this might be a falling wedge, right? So in this case, we can take the top from here to here, right? Where it touches here, and then it's likely that whatever it does in the meantime, it will touch here again. And then you want to wait, because if it gets rejected, you want to open up a short. If it breaks, you know, you want to open up a long. And even better, if, you know, first this happens, it breaks, usually it does some kind of a retest, and then you want to open up your long to get most out of it, right? That's the best trade you can make. If you doing this, blah, and it goes down, then yeah, you might want to open a short, right? So that's what I see for DOT on the daily chart. You know, if you put it on the weekly, I feel more like, yeah, but this is investing stuff right here, so you do not want to do this maybe. If you want to trade it on the 50 minutes, then you're making these very quick trades. And if you want to do it on the hour, I feel like, man, if I open a trade on the hourly time frame today, it means I'm probably going to close it somewhere today as well, right? So if we look at the 50 minutes for DOT, yeah, it's pretty clear that, look, you can pretty much already see how this is looking. Here we go. Want to make it a little artistically perfect. So what I see happen for DOT on the 15 minutes is basically that it was going up, and now it broke support. And now it's a matter of where are you going when it comes to the downside, right? Then you want to maybe zoom out and look like, where are the horizontals, right? Because horizontals are usually a big support. So if you go here and you put in a horizontal line, you don't have to draw it like that. You can just click and then it's done. Well, the first big horizontal is where are the most touches coming from? Here, here, here a lot, right? So I feel like DOT might go down to, you know, 650, something like that. And by the way, this video, my videos are always shot a little before I'm putting it out. Of course, I can't shoot it after, but we can also definitely leave a comment if you want me to live trade with you guys. I think that will be very fun. For now, I just want, for now, sorry, that was Dutch, nu is now. For now, I just want to show you the basics, you know, the basic trend lines of what you can use if you want to trade, right? So I guess, in my best guess, I feel like, okay, it might be that dot is coming down temporarily. So you might want to open a short on dot. So I'm going to open a short on dot. Now, oh, shit. Sorry for this. This is really, I'm not editing these videos. So, How does it work? Well, if you have your money right here, you know, you deposit your money in your main account, you transfer it to your futures account, then you have your money right here. In this case, I want to open a market short. If you do the limit, you put in the amount where you want to open your short. In this case, I'm saying market, so just whatever the price now is, I want to open my short right now because it's looking pretty decent at the moment, right? You always want to make sure that it's not on 20x, because if it has a peak or fake out, you get liquidated, sorry. So that's not what you want. So I wouldn't go for more than 10x. In this case, I'm gonna put it at 7x. Gives you some nice returns, but also some room. Right, here you fill in because you can select how much dot you want to use, but you best can just say how much USDT margin cost, so actually what you have in your account, how much you want to use, right? So I want to short this with $100, okay. Yeah, let's first, you can already, by the way, say I want a stop loss and taking my profits, right? So, but let's first put in the short and then do that. So I have my short. Usually you want to do that first, but I'm always, you know, too rushy. So I have my dot short running right now. So it's basically what it means right now is I put $100 in, right? So usually when I have $100 and it goes down by, you know, 10%, for example, and I'm shorting it, then here we go, $100, and it goes down 10%, for example. I can go even further on this. Why? Come on, man. Here we go, 10%. It's not going there, I think, but let's say easy math, right? And I'm making 10% out of $100. That's $10, right? But I'm opening it on a 7x leverage, right? So this is times 7. So in this case, if this happens, I'm making $70. Out of my 100, that's crazy. That's crazy money, right? I don't think that's going to happen. So what do you want to do? Well, what you want to do is you always want to set a stop loss. Because if you do not set a stop, this got me wrecked so much. And since I set stop losses, sometimes I take a little loss. Yeah, but I prevent a way bigger loss. And yeah, that's just really good because it's okay to get a little, you know, sometimes you just lose. You better lose a little bit, right? So in this case, I want to set my stop loss. Where do I want to set my stop loss though? Well, in this case, I open it where this red line is, right? And I feel like, okay, cool. What would be a point for dot that I feel like, okay, now it's getting too high for me? Well, this would invalid my short position if it gets back above this trend line, right? And, you know, it could have a fake out. So you always want to have a little spare room. So in this case, I would say like, okay, if dot goes above, well, this level, 6.781, no, above this, by the way, because otherwise, you know, this is also resistance, right? Here's resistance, here's resistance. So a little higher than that. So 6.793. All right. So let's go back and let's go here to the stop loss and take profit. So 6.793, 6.793, right? So that's my stop loss. If that getting hit, I will lose $8. Okay, out of my $100, I can live with that, so that's okay. So let's confirm that. So I cannot lose more than $8 on this trade. That's fine with me. You know, I'm happy to take my $8 loss. You know, if it goes even higher, I will lose even more. So in that case, yeah. And I am too rushy. Learn from me or immediately, because what you see that's happening right now was a little predictable, because it broke this line right here. Usually it does a retest, right? So what I might expect right now is that dot does this, right? We are here. It goes to this line and then it goes down again. That's a possibility. So what I could have done, what I maybe should have done, is that I just waited for opening my short until it was here. But sometimes it looks like a very good trade. This looks like a pretty decent trade, right? What if, you know, it doesn't get there? So if you feel like, okay, I want to trade with $100, you can also choose, of course, to now put already in $50. Once it maybe gets there, put in the rest of your $50. If it doesn't get there, cool, you're trading with your 50, right? And if it does get there, cool, you're now trading with your $100 and you have a higher entry point. For shorting, that's good, right? So also, what you want to do is setting your taking profits point, because you know, what if DOT does this? You know, what if I decide to, you know, live my life now for a while, and in the meantime, something very weird happens in the market, which happens, and DOT does this, right? I'm living my life, I get back to my computer, I feel like, oh, nothing happened. And, well, Fairdesk has a very good app, but, you know, you're not always there, right? If this happens, then it was all for nothing, right? So I can say like, okay, when it gets to a certain point, I set my taking profit point, and that's where it gets triggered, that if it reaches that price, it takes my profit automatically, and then I'm out of my trade. But I at least have my profits, right? Cool. So what is my TP? What is my taking profit point? Well, then you have to take a look like, okay, cool. Where might it go? Like I just showed you, this looks like strong support right here. You know, so in this case, I feel like, yeah, this is the point. That's 6.564. 6.564. Okay, so let's go back here, dot, and let's take profit at 6.564. Maybe size 5, right? Because setting it a little higher. If that gets hit, I'm making $15, right? So this is a ratio 1 out of 2, right? Basically, because either I win $15 or I lose $8. Okay, there are better ratios, but for a very short-term trade, like again, this is on the 50-minute chart, it looks like a pretty decent trade, right? So Fairdesk actually shows you perfectly where you have opened your trade, where you have your taking profit point, and where you have your stop loss sitting. For the rest, I don't have to do anything, right? Either I lose 8% or I gain 15%. Now I can move on with my life. So that's basically how you do that. And you can also do it on the hour chart, right? And let's take a look if there are some projects right here that look good on the hour chart, and what are good coins to maybe they have quite a lot, by the way. Matic, let's take a look at Matic. I don't know, for some reason I always like Matic to trade. It's a good trading coin. Yeah, what I see in Matic right here is, look, if you look at it, what do you see? What do you see? Well, what I see on the hour chart is the following. Let me make the screen bigger. What I see is that Matic is moving in a very specific range, which is, or you know, give or take between here, give or take, right, and here, somewhere around there, right? It has their fake outs and all that, but it's basically moving up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So now it's up again. So it's only making sense for me to say that it goes down, right? You always want to check out some diagonals as well, although I think the horizontals are usually stronger, more efficient, but you can always make a trend line again and look like, okay, this is how it's moving right now, right? So it might come down here and then retest. Is there an horizontal that confirms this line around this line as well? Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of stuff going on right here. We have some stuff going on right here. We have some stuff going on right here. So I think that Matic, you know, the crypto market is now recovering at the moment of shooting, right? And if it's temporarily, I don't know. But going all the way back down to this range at this moment seems unlikely to me. But going down to around 7.62 makes sense to me. So if I will put in a short right here, I will gain 2% on Matic. And you know, these are where the fake outs happen, right? So this is where I should set my stop loss around 7.835. So if we go there, 7.835, then it's a 1.4% loss. So that's almost the same. It's not worth it for me in this case, right? So in that case, I feel like, no. Matic is not a trade for me at the moment, right? So you have to move on. And what you can also do is just go to the 24-hour change. Look like, okay, which coins have moved pretty significantly, right? For example, Uniswap has gained 14% over the last 24 hours. So, you know, usually what goes up that hard must come down that hard. On the other hand, I feel like you always want to check out why did you came up that hard, right? So if we look at, yeah, right, it looks like it kind of broke out of its range, right? The range around, yeah. It's not perfect, sorry for that. Sometimes it's just not perfect. It's, you know, but it definitely broke out. So in, Uniswaps on the hourly time frame, I would say this is a hard one. I wouldn't touch it right now. To be honest, I'm seeing that it's facing some critical support. Definitely, I think it could go up to $6.70 first. And there it might have a pullback, but it's not far from $6.70. So what you might want to do in this case, and I can do that, but it's a risky one. I'm not feeling it completely, right? So what I want to do is I want to short this, but let's put it on a 5x leverage, right? So let's put a limit order for $6 and what a magical number, 69, right? We want to short this in this case. So I'm putting in the rest of my $40 and let me check, is everything correct? Yes, click sell, right? Short it. So now we have an open position right here. So it's not triggered yet. Once it hits 670, it will. Yeah, it might not. For now, we have not lost anything, but that looks like a very big resistance level to me. And then if it goes down, we are riding the wave down. So that's basically the basics of longing and shorting. And yeah, we can work with Fibonacci tools and all that, but I think the most simple trend lines can help you most with it. So I hope that's a valuable some valuable content to you. If it is, look at my channel. Look at it, now subscribe to it. Right? Thank you for more than 1,000 subscribers in such a short time. I very much appreciate it. Leave a comment with your opinion about this. Like the video to push it a little bit into YouTube's algorithm, and I will be back tomorrow with another episode of the Crypto Portfolio Challenge where we look at the crypto portfolios. For now, have a very nice day. Trade safe. See you tomorrow. Bye.